All right. So now that we got off of that bullshit, what was the next thing I wanted to talk about? Mr. and Mrs. Obama. For everyone who feels like me, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Obama, for everything that you've done that we realize and don't realize. But I'm going to tell you about the stuff that I realize. I realize that being the first Black president, the responsibility involved in that undertaking, especially if you're a thoughtful person, and there's only one way you could become the president if you're Black, and that's if you're, you can't be like a Flavor Flav. You have to be thoughtful. You have to think outside of every single box. You have to think outside of the Black box, the white box, the political box, all of these things. But not just that, you needed to have a family who was going to be able to support you through all of this, a foundation to fall back on. So, Mrs. Obama, Michelle, the things behind every great man is a great woman. Well, that's not always necessarily true, but in this case, it is 150% true. Every time you talk, it's just like, it's like an angel's breathing in my ears, man. You are a breath of fresh air. Unbelievable. The amount of thoughtful charisma that both of you carry. So many testaments to your character. Your kids who were just quiet the whole time, like no one even knew. Oh yeah, they have kids. They have kids. They ain't doing nothing but doing kid stuff. And still now, no one hears anything about them. They're not all in the tabloids or anything like that. Y'all weren't all in there. Than what people are making up, I guess. But to be the first Black brother, to be the first Black sister, to be the first Black mother-in-law and father-in-law of the president, mother and father of the first lady. And by the way, you all had to know that this could push us several steps back. We weren't ready to have a Black president. There's still people who weren't even over the OJ trial. I'm talking about white people. So we weren't ready to have a Black president. And I think you knew that. But I think the bigger picture, once we are able to process this whole thing, which started with you being president, this whole coronavirus thing is also a byproduct of that. Unfortunately, it just happened within that time frame. But when we look at it in history, like another 30, 50 years, it is going to show the inspiration of a person outside of the race and all of that who could rise to the occasion of being the best person that they could be. Because you had to look past all of those things and look, because of where we're at right now, because of the racial divide and all of that, you can understand to rise to a pinnacle of that stature, you have to be better than all of it. You have to be aware of all of it. You have to realize that your place in history solidified, but it may be littered with all types of things. Your life is going to change forever. So, which I can understand, Michelle. I definitely heard that you said you didn't even want to deal with it. But thank you for being able to see the bigger picture, and that in history, this was something that, if possible, was necessary, no matter how hard it was how hard of a next future step, not so far in the future that we've processed this, but it was going to put us into a situation kind of like this. We didn't know there was going to be a coronavirus, but I'm not surprised that Donald Trump became president after you were president. That does not surprise me at all. And for anyone who is surprised about this ludicrous act happening, man, well, you haven't been paying attention for the past 200 fucking years. So, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Obama. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. These superhero flicks. The Boys is one of them. Or Invincible is another one. And then Jupiter's Legacy was the latest one. I checked out with what's his name? Josh Duhamel. He was in Vegas. That show with James Caan. Las Vegas. Man, one after another. I gotta say, average 8.5 stars out of 10. I do a 10 scale. You know, you guys are killing it. They're all kind of on that vein. Superheroes who are actually all just fucked up and have all types of depraved types of things they're doing. What Superman actually would have been like if you came here and saw all these weak motherfuckers sitting there like, man, fuck this, I'm about to kill you bitches. Some of y'all need to be gone forever. That was Invincible. I still like to see how he was able to handle a girl without killing her with all his superpowers and no kryptonite to power him down. But man, oh man, they are really getting into it. People, they're just killing people. Jupiter's Legacy, I don't want to spoil too much for anyone who hasn't watched it because, you know, how everyone watches this podcast. Fuck. So this would just end up being, you know, for my friends, fucking a good video headstone. I don't fucking know. But for anyone who's watching, I don't want to ruin too much. Let's just say, man, like they get into the whole, what if you had a family? What if you had kids? What would your kids be like having to deal with you? They probably all fucked up too. You know, it's got to be no different than having kids if you're like the president or the king. They're always fucked up. Because if you're the president of whatever it is, then you probably are not a good father. You know, that's the drawback. There's the you that everyone sees that saves the world, and then there's the part of you that you are when you're home, and that's if you're home, and that's a piece of shit, or just probably not even there. Anyway, bro, I love the whole dynamic of these new superhero flicks. I need to address something. My God, this fucking country music. What the fuck is up with this? I gotta get some better fucking equipment. The Edgy and Weird podcast with country music. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. This is what I was afraid of. This is the thing that kept me off the fucking podcast for so long. I was afraid I was gonna get on here and have absolutely nothing to fucking say. Maybe have a few fucking solid points and just be sitting here rambling about my goddamn incense. You know, talking shit about my fucking lights. Why the fuck do all the ideas come when you're sitting there baked out of your mind staring up at the fucking scene? Bro, I had at least 45 minutes of material on the Obama. I'm black. I know how it feels to fucking be black and be a little different. I know I can get on. Oh, man. Living here. My roommate. He thankfully has a job now. Good for him and good for me. But I think we did pretty good. We came out the other side pretty good. But we were just getting fucking sick and tired of seeing each other, though. Just the same person every day. And then That's what I realized too. Of course, we're going to hate each other. We see each other every fucking day. You are not built to deal with the same person every day. People want to deal with themselves. And to be fucking sitting here all pissed the fuck off about my own life and then going out there. I know everything I do wrong. This motherfucker is taking notes and I'm doing the same fucking thing. So it's like, after a while, you just want to fucking put your head through the wall. But I realized that's normal. That's not fair to him. It's not fair to me. Because that's the thing. The world fucking shut down. You need to realize that the world shut down. All right? And when a government that wants you to do what you're told, go make measly dollars, give them half it back in fucking taxes and all this shit, tells you to sit home and we will pay you unemployment for almost a year, just stay the fuck home, bro. That's gotta tell you some shit about how real this shit fucking is. What the fuck? These motherfuckers are gonna have black people, white people, Mexicans, everyone alone, sitting home, not doing nothing. You can be out there making their network fucking keep going. All this shit. Have you sitting home watching your favorite fucking show on fucking Netflix? Fucking bullshit, dog. No way. And that's what I'm saying about us needing to wake up. We drink beer. We smoke cigarettes. But the best thing we do is smoke weed. You want to talk shit about fucking putting a different type of needle in your arm with something that might help you. You know, you need to be quiet. Like we know what the fuck is going on. Working at Safeway. Doing a fucking reality show, a podcast, or a fucking Tonight Show, or whatever the fuck. Like we know what the fuck is going on. Oh. Bro. Shut the fuck up. When it's this ridiculous, when the world has shut down, you know, like think about this. We know this motherfucker is a clown. Anyone who's thinking, all right, half the population is fucking retarded and racist to the death. Okay? Sorry for moving the camera somewhere. When the world is fucking changing right before your fucking eyes, you gotta fucking sit down and be like, okay, look, it's going down. It's going down. I don't really know what's up, but the safety measures are probably the best ones to take because I don't really know what's up. All right. So I want to stay inside when I see somebody and I can't. I want to stay 6 feet away from them. I'm going to put on a fucking mask because the only thing my bad breath isn't going to fucking kill me. Put some mints on. Spray some fucking breeze on that shit. Put on the fucking mask. And then go when you can and get the goddamn shot. Well, I heard, oh, fuck off. Get the shot. Get the shot. And I understand they're using this to blah, 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 blah. They shouldn't be using it to further their goals. It should be about saving people. But once again, most of these people in there have an agenda. We know that. But aside from the agenda, we just need to get through this. So it didn't end up like the Spanish flu. Thank God there's YouTube and Google and TV and all types of things they didn't have back then. Just some fucking word of mouth shit. You know, some newspaper dropping from a goddamn stork or some bullshit. I don't know. So it didn't get that bad. We didn't lose 50 million. Okay? That doesn't mean the shit wasn't dangerous and that it couldn't have gotten so much fucking worse. And thank God that at least half the people, and a lot more than we probably realized, were sitting home, masking up, doing what the fuck they were supposed to be doing. It's all these idiots talking. That's why you always hear this shit. It's the fools running their mouths, just like always. just like I do it right now. Yeah, I realized some things. I want to make some changes in my life. And so I'm going to do that on my own scale as it affects me and handle things like that. Looking at myself and everything. Things I might have felt about the government and all that stuff. There's nothing I can do. I just know a few simple points that I should probably follow right now. So chill out and stay home as much as I can. Now things are kind of doing what they're doing. Kind of getting back to normal. But before, chill out, stay home. Put on a mask when I go outside and wait to get a fucking shot. Because all of those things could affect way more than me, no matter how I feel about it. Joe, could affect way more than me. Then, other than that, man, it is about doing your own thing. I realize I don't want to go back to work like everybody. I never did. I always hated my fucking job. I've talked about that shit on the podcast plenty of times. Talked about it. Now you're seeing it. I've always hated my fucking job. Always. Most of you motherfuckers who I worked with, I fucking hated you. So the few people that I didn't, and you know who you are if you're listening, which you're probably not.